Welcome to the SpeedCreep YouTube channel, everyone. I appreciate you joining me today. Sunday at 5 o'clock is when I post these videos. If you want to check them out, I'm trying to post every week. It's pretty tough, but I'm trying to do it. Moral and completion of this story very quickly to tell you guys. 1972 Chevelle, had it for over 20 years. It was my first car. It's been sitting in the weeds the entire time I've owned it. I finally pulled it out and decided today is the day I'm going to put this thing together. I'm going to go through a full restoration project, do all of the steps that you would do, but I'm going to do it quick. I'm going to do it as cheap as I possibly can. Whole idea was just to take this gigantic behemoth of a project and condense it as tight as possible and go enjoy it and not get it perfect, but get it way better than it was before. So gone through, replaced floor pans, braces, done some body work, windshield trim, rear window trim, tons of stuff on the body, had it on a rotisserie, completely redid the frame, bought a Corvette, put a Corvette engine and 6-speed transmission in it, brake lines, BMR 2-inch drop suspension, tubular upper and lower control arms. I've done a bunch of stuff. So if you missed any of that stuff, check out the previous videos. It's some pretty cool stuff. This video, well, last video I did the fuel system. I'm putting a Phytech fuel system on this 2-port injection. Got that pretty much completed up. Now is the video between fuel and engine computer. So in order to get the computer on and the engine started up, I've got a lot of knick-knack, small stuff to get this thing to where I can run it. So it's going to be jumping around a little bit, but it's all the tidy up stuff, the stuff that you just forget about until you start looking at it. So I've got, this video is going to be water pump in order to get the accessory drive working. I'm going to be making a bracket for my alternator. What else are we doing? We'll be putting the O2 sensors in probably for the header system, hopefully. I've got the engine, or I've got the body harness on the way. That's a huge project all in itself, but I think I might just wire in stuff like the alternator and the ignition if I can. If not, if it's not in this video, it'll be in the next. So a lot of wrap-up stuff. A lot of stuff that is very important but doesn't get a whole lot of light. So thanks for joining me. If you're subscribed already, I appreciate it. If not, please consider it if you like this video when you're finished. And let's get started. All right, first off, my apologies. I didn't film what I just did, but to me, it was more on the general maintenance side of things. And I was just getting a little bit overwhelmed on the entire project. Started writing down everything I need to do. Deadline coming up. So I was like, you know what? Just cut the camera off and work. So I'm sure y'all can understand. Occasionally, that just needs to happen. So basically, all I did was go around and tidy a bunch of stuff up. I ended up putting the new water pump on. So got the new water pump, transferred the pulley over. And the reason I did this water pump, in case y'all are curious, is this is a water pump off of I think it's a 1982 Corvette. And of course, this is a 1989 Corvette engine. The reason I did that is because I'm deleting the smog pump, the idler pulley, and the AC. And in order to do that, the power steering pump will go here, and the alternator will go here. So I can still run a serpentine belt around and back this way, which actually the engine will turn this way. So the pump's gonna turn like this. Well, the 89 water pump was designed to turn counterclockwise. So if I left that pump on, the pump impeller would be spinning backwards. But These are pretty generic water pumps for the most part, and a 1982 Corvette, basically a general small block, was designed the same style, but the impeller is rotating clockwise, is correct. So all I had to do is buy the new water pump, which is cheap insurance anyway, to have a nice fresh water pump. And then now I can reroute the belt how I want to, and the water pump turns the correct direction. So that's why I changed that. This lines up perfectly. The only bad thing, I guess, if you will, is that the serpentine belt ribs will be on top of this versus the flat. I think it'll be fine. We'll see. What else did we do? We installed the clutch pedal. I got a clutch pedal kit from Jegs. So we have a new brake and clutch. If y'all remember, I'll show you in a second, the brake pedal used to kind of come straight down the center and almost was as wide as both of these. But now we have two, so it gives a little offset and then makes the pedal smaller. So that's the setup. Assuming it'll probably be something like that. But looks like it fits in there nicely. It's a pin at the top with a clip. I can show you guys that outside of the car. This was the automatic setup, and the rusty bit is the brake pedal, and that's all one piece. And then this is a pin, and the pin on the passenger side of the car has this little clip. So you get in there and you remove this clip and you knock the pin out, and then the new style, the clutch pedal and the pin are already one piece. So you just slide the new brake pedal up with these little white plastic sleeves, and then push the the clutch pedal over through the brake pedal, and it all becomes one unit. So it's a pretty simple setup if you're changing it yourself. This was the gigantic brake pedal before. Split it into two. So that's the deal there. What else did we do? The distributor. So I went ahead and installed the distributor as well. This 89 Corvette had an HEI distributor, but in order to run the Phi-Tech, I need to switch it back to a computer-controlled distributor with a separate coil. The coil is on its way. It should be here soon. But I went ahead and installed this billet distributor, got my number 1 cylinder, top dead center on the compression stroke, lined up the timing marks to 0, got everything pointed in the right direction, removed the old distributor, set the new one in. It went easy. That lined up my rotor to that, which if you look at it, it points directly to cylinder number 1, so it'd be easier in the future. Went ahead and marked it, locked everything down. So that should be good to go. I'll have to wire in my coil and everything. That'll be coming up soon as it gets here. So yeah, just a bunch of little tidying up. Also started on the exhaust. I was going to weld on the O2 bungs, but the exhaust snouts that they sent me are very short, and that ends up being almost exactly where I would like my O2 bung to be located, about 6 inches to 8 inches after the collector. So I'm probably going to have to go ahead and weld that all up first, at least get two or 3 feet of pipe on the back, and then I can put that O2 bung in there. So I can kind of figure out where to clock it and how that exhaust is going to be. So I need to order some of that here soon. All right, that's the update so far. I'll catch y'all back in the shop tomorrow morning and see what we're working on next. Okay guys, sorry this one's been a little bit of a time lapse and not a ton of information, but I've been kind of nickel and diming all kinds of little projects that have been tearing me in all kinds of different directions. I keep hitting roadblocks that require some other stuff that I can't get to at the moment. So then I open up another can of beans on another project, and then that one gets to a roadblock, and then I'll open up another project. So I've kind of been scatterbrained and scattered about the car. I am making progress, but unfortunately it's not like the previous videos where you can see visually really grasp the project and how I progressed it. So hopefully you can tell, but I have gotten further. I'm going to stop the video right here and conclude what I was doing. Next week's video, I'm going to talk about the engine accessories and what I did to it. A little bit shorter video and a little bit more direct, and me showing you less time-lapse stuff, because I'm getting ready to go on a work trip for a week, so I'll be gone. And then almost immediately we run into family vacation, which is exciting, but I'm going to try to get a video up so that hopefully y'all can continue to watch, because consistency is the key on YouTube. And if I don't put something out, all of y'all will leave, and that's okay. But I'm going to at least try to put something out for you. So that's where I'm going to stop it. I kind of switched over, started working on the steering column. Looks like I might have the clutch master cylinder mocked up and ready. Been working on the clutch pedal stuff, but that's all stuff you'll see on a later video. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you're subscribed, I really appreciate it. If you're not, please consider it. It is free, like I always say. So just give it your consideration. Thanks for watching. Every Sunday at 5 o'clock, I'm trying to post about this Chevelle, so tag along. Have a great one, guys.